we went through a process, a very thorough process, did a lot of discussion, a lot of deep searching and reading into every possible area we can get better. And we arrived to this conclusion today. The announcement that we weren't moving forward, that we were not going to re-sign Coach Brooks, is something that from a personal standpoint was very, very difficult. Scott is probably one of the finest people I've ever worked with in my life, one of the finest people in the NBA, certainly one of the finest people, again, that I would say is one of a dear close friend. But in this business, we have to be about results moving forward and the ability to get better. And I made the decision to do this. And I look forward to the next journey for the Washington Wizards, be able to attract the head coach moving forward. But today, I want to keep this discussion right here that it was a very difficult decision, fantastic person, a guy that was very accomplished, and his record throughout his career has been successful on the floor and certainly one of the best people in the community. I look back during especially in the last 15 months and the difficulties that not just the NBA, but the entire world was going through battling COVID. And Coach Brooks was an unbelievable partner, an unbelievable unifier. And we all got through these very difficult, dark moments in our franchise's history because of it. His leadership was exemplary.
In your heart of hearts, why don't you think it worked out here with Scott Brooks?
I think it worked out well. For 5 years, I think there was in terms of the growth and the culture that he installed and the things that he was about, certainly those will be here moving forward. He leaves big footprints in that regard for those 5 years. That didn't show up always in the column that is the most dear to everybody's heart is winning, certainly. But in terms of what he's done, again, Scott, I'm focusing forward and where we need to be. So I wouldn't say it didn't work out. I just think it's time to move on.
Scott, apologies if you've addressed this, but you guys, aside from the tough result, did a lot of things right tonight, a lot of things that you talked about wanting to do. What do you feel like was most impactful?
Rui, he came out with an edge. Rui, if I coach another 20 years, which I hope I don't, I'm not gonna find a nicer person to coach. He's one of the nicest guys I will ever meet.
Hey, Coach, Rui ended up with a career high 4 3-pointers made tonight. What did you think of the way he just kept shooting those threes today?
I love it. We need threes.
Zach Akuma.
Hey, Coach, you touched on the shot makers making their threes today, helping to unclog the paint. But how does Rui's presence help create space for others?
Yeah, Rui struggled in the first half with his shoulder. He's battling through it, but he felt good enough to play in the game tonight. But I thought he came back. He's a little rusty, which is probably normal for most. But he came back in the second half and gave us some buckets and timely buckets. And his switching on defense is getting better. I thought it's gotten better throughout the year. Tonight was pretty good. We need it. He's like our guy. He's like our guy that can guard multiple positions. Just great to have him back. You know what? It's just great to have him back.
Like we said yesterday, we're not trying to win 4 tonight. We were just trying to win 1. Good job. Our battle cry was what? We're going to go back to Philly. Now, what do you think it is now? Go back to DC. These fans, they need to see us. They need to see us one more time, right? Let's make sure that happens. Come on. Go!